Hi everybody, my name is Seth K Bani. Today's video I'm going to show you how to create this epic flyer in Photoshop. Let's go. So we go to file and go to new. Now we're going to set this side as the width to 2000. Let's set the height also to 2000. Let's call it church flyer. And then guys, this side is also pixels per inch. Let's set it to 300. RGB color, 8-bit color white here, and then that is it. Click on create. You also want to go to view, go to guards or new guards layout, and then set it to 6 across, and then that is all. I want to start with the text, and so I'm going to pick the text. I'm going to leave everything in the description for you. I'll start with finishing, and I'm going to paste it there, finishing, and then I'll click on my move tool and then just move it somewhere here. Now you can't see it, so let's double click on it, and then let's give it some few colors as well. We are going to gradient overlay, and then we'll set it to normal here, the blending mode, the opacity to 100, the gradient, let's click on it and then double click this side. You want to give it FBA333 and then click on OK, and then click this side, and then let's give it BA006C and then click on OK, and then click on OK. Now we're going to click on align with layer. We're also going to set it to linear, and then the angle, we want to set the angle to -97, and then let's see what else we can do. The scale over here, let's set it to 54, and then guys, that is it. Now I'm going to click on OK, click on my move tool and then move it somewhere here. Now I want to work on the font itself, so I want to type here and give it Wicked Mouse, and I'm going to set the font size to maybe around 48 thereabout. Okay, and then I'm also going to set it to auto here. The tracking -50 will do, and then 100 here, 100 there. Let's set it to 0 over here at the base, and then that is it. Okay, I feel like it is too compacted, so let's let's set it to 0. Let's see. All right, so let's use 0 for it. Now I'm going to duplicate it and I'm going to drag it down like that, and then I am going to pick grace. Then I'll double click it and then paste grace over there. Okay, I'll click on paragraph and click on the middle aligned, and then drag it all the way back there again. Drag it all the way back there again. Let's go to the character. Let me give it this particular size. Let me give it 83, and then Control T, make it middle aligned, and then drag it down. You want it to touch it just a bit. I feel like this is better, but then when it comes to the finishing, we want the gradient to come a little bit down. So I'll open it like this and just click here and drag it there like that. Okay, so that is it. It looks quite better. So let's drag the finishing all the way towards the side. We also want to make sure the grace touches that line there, and then let's click on the text tool. Let's type. Let's click on the text tool. Alright, let's type here, and then let's pick there. Let's paste it there, and then let's click, and then let's pick 576A25. Enter, and then we are using Arial. We are using the font size still Wicked Mouse. Let's set the value to 20, and then click on the move tool and then just move it there. We want it to be in the middle of the F here. Awesome, and that is great. Now the grace, you can see the grace is too much. Let's drag it down a little bit. This looks good. Now we can put everything in the group, and then let's call it theme. Open it, click on your text tool and then type here, and then go and pick that and then paste it there. Now click on your move tool and then just move it somewhere there. Alright, now we are going to give it the font Tiempos headline, and we're going to use regular for it. Okay, and then double click it, and then on this side I want you to choose light, and then the font size you want to choose 18 for it. Control H to bring our grid, Control T, and then let's put it there in the middle, and that is it. I want it to go up a little bit more. This side has to touch here, the T also has to touch here, and then the G also has to touch here as well. That way everything looks neat and professional. We are done with the theme. We also want to bring in the image of the speaker or the pastor, so let's drag it into Photoshop, and then let's drag it down here. Okay, I also want to move the theme up a little bit more. Okay, I feel like this is better, and so let me put it in the group. Let me call it image. We're going to work a little bit more on the image. I'm going to bring in a curve, and I'm going to clip it to it by clicking here. Then I'll raise this side up, great, and then I'll click on it, Control I. It's going to make it black like this. I'm going to pick my brush, and I'm going to set this side to color white, and then click on the brush and choose a soft one brush, and then the opacity and the flow 100. Set the caps lock off, increase the size a little bit, and then I'm just going to mask this side. I want the face to be a little bit brightened up, so that is it for you. Okay, and one more thing also, you want to go in and just bring some color balance as well, and then the color balance, you just want to drag this side up a bit, that's all. They want to drag this side up a bit as well, and then just drag this side down, and that is it. Okay, now let's type, and then let's bring in the rest of the details. You're going to bring in pasta somewhere up here, and then you're going to paste it there. Let's drag it towards this side, and then let's click over here and click on this. All right, we're going to make it go to the character. We're going to make it Arial, and then let's drag it towards this side. Let's make the font quite smaller. Let's make it 8, and then let's set this side to auto, and then let's make it color black as well. Make it all caps, and then let's set it to -50, the tracking -50. Great. Now let's keep dragging it there. Let's zoom in. Now I'm going to make this side bold, and I'm going to make the topmost side regular. Yes, and then I'm also going to right click it and pick polygonal 2. I'm going to type 3 here. I'm going to create a triangle like that, and then I'm going to double click it and change it to color black. If the color black is not changing, click on the polygonal tool again, change the fill to color black, and then I'm going to move it towards that side. I also want to make sure it is quite smaller. Let's zoom in, guys. When it comes to the detail, you really want to zoom in for it. Okay, I'm going to push it somewhere in the middle there, and then select it and call it name. Then I'm going to move it there. Okay, I'm also going to bring in this and resize it and move it somewhere here. Okay, we can resize it more when the time comes. And then let's pick join this, and then let's type it there, join this. Now you want to go to your character. We are still using Arial, and they are using regular, and then let's use the font size 12, and then -20 for the tracking, and then all caps as well, and let's set it to color black for now. Just for now, we are going to work on later on. I also want to click here and make it left align. Okay, I'll duplicate it, and then I'll drag it down, and then I'll pick month to Friday, and then paste it there. Great. Now I'll open my character again, and then I'm going to make it Arial again. This time I'll make this side black because I want it to be very bold, and I'll set it to 22, and then -50, and then all caps. I'm also going to set it to black for now, but we are going to change the color along the way. Now let's come and then let's set the rectangle there, and then let's just paste it there like that. Okay, we will work on it more. For the meantime, let's leave it like this. Let's drag it down. Now we're going to make the join as, we're going to make art color white, and then the Monday here, we're going to click on it, and we're going to pick the yellowish color here. Okay, that is pretty much it. And then we're going to pick, let's zoom in, we're going to create a new layer, and then we're going to pick a rectangular tool, and then create a thin line like that. We're going to change the color to color white. All right, and then I'm going to drag this here. Okay, and I'm going to drag this here. I'm also going to drag this here. Really important. Okay, now I'm going to pick all these ones, and I'm going to put it in a group. Which one is this one? All right, so you're going to call this one date. Now let's zoom in more. I want you to see the details, guys. This is what makes the professionals from the amateurs. Okay, so this one, Ctrl T, you want to drag it. All right, you want to drag it in there. Everything needs to hit that line. Okay, great. Now Monday 2, you want to drag it until where it touches it. Awesome. And then join us, you want join us to also go in a little bit, so everything just touches that line. Okay, and let's pull this one up more. Now let's duplicate Monday, let's drag Monday down, and then let's pick this time. Now let's double click it and let's paste it there. Drag time out of it, and then let's put that one in a group. Let's call it time. Let's close this one. Now you also want to hold it, and then you want to drag it in, and you want to pick a rectangular tool and just draw something there like that. Now let's double click it and let's give it this color code FF0054. Drag it underneath it. Okay, and then drag this down. In fact, you want to hold Control and click on this. Now the whole rectangle is selected. Click on the time here, click on your move tool, and click on the middle here and on the middle here. Give you a pretty nice thing. Control D to deselect it. Now the color here, you want to go back and change it to color white. Okay, color white, and that is it. But I still feel like the font is really spaced out too much. What do you think, guys? Spaced out too much? We can leave it like that too. Let's leave it like that. Yeah, let's leave it like that, and then let's close it. Okay, and then let's duplicate the date again, and then let's drag the date down. Yup, let's drag it up Okay, let's call it WhatsApp, and let's open it. First thing is you want this to be up, rather. Let's zoom in. You want it to be up. Let's open this one as well. Let's drag it. All right, and then this. Let's close it. This one you want to also drag it there, and then these ones you want to drag them down. Okay, and then the join as, you want to go and pick join as via WhatsApp, and you want to paste it there. However, you want to make the font quite smaller. We are going to use 9 for it. Okay, and then let's move it up a little bit. Let's zoom out. Let's see it. Let's bring this one up, and then let's go and pick the number there. Okay, Control T, and then let's resize it until it touches, the number touches the bar there, and then this one also go inside. Okay, let's zoom in and see. Everything looks quite well put. All right, so now that is also done. The WhatsApp is also done. Now the box itself, this one, we have to work on it, and so we are going to drag it like that, and then maybe drag this side up. Okay. Alright, and then let's go to the properties and set it to 30. Nice. And then now let's click on the ellipse to create a new layer, then create a very weird oval shape like that, and then let's hide it. Now the first is with the rectangle. You want to double click it and give it this color 680D41. Enter. Alright, and then now this one, double click on it, pick this color and go up a little bit, pick in somewhere there and click on it. Now you want to hold Alt and click around this side, it will put it inside, and then reduce the opacity all the way to 14%. Now it's time to rotate it, and then let's rotate it until it is somewhere here. Enter. And then let's give it a mask. Make sure caps lock is off. Set this side to color black, and then so that is it, and then let's put it in a group, and then let's call it, okay, so 1 2 3 4. Okay, so that is it with the WhatsApp as well. Now let's bring in the contact to with the contact, let's duplicate the name, then drag it on top like that, and then drag it down and drag it around here. We also want it to be the same angle as that. Okay, and then let's go and then let's pick in the details and paste it there. Okay, also open it and make it caps, and then we are using Arial, we are using regular. Let's make it 8.8. okay, and then let's make here 0, but we want to double click it, and then want to make this side black. Okay, yeah, and then we also want to make this side top one, want to make it that color. Okay, want to select it, want to click on it, I want to pick this color for it, and then the leading, you're going to make it auto. So we are done with that one. To let's call it contact, and then let's move it up. Now let's see how it looks like overall. Okay, so overall I think it looks quite better. However, you want the image to fall within the line there, and so let's try as much as possible to keep it in there. You want the image to be within the line, you also want this one to also be in the line. So first let's click on this all the way to the box, put it in the group, let's call it details. Now you want to keep it within the line. Great, it's within the line. You can see the vertical lines in there, and then the image as well. Let's see how we can do it. It's a little in there, that is better. This looks awesome, but then it's left with this. You want to drag the name a little bit this way. Let's push it up. Yeah, there's a lot of space up there, and then let's drag this, and then the details also up, and then let's drag the details alone up, and then let's drag the contact also up. Nice. So now it looks well composited. Let's type, and then let's bring in the WhatsApp or the Facebook handles where it's going to be streamed. Let's paste it there, and then let's open. We are still using Arial, and then we are setting it to 7, and then still -50 here, and then all caps as well. We are going to make it color white, but to do that we want to first create a square rectangular shape, and then let's just drag it there like that, and we are going to edit it later on. So for now, this is what we are going to use. And then the text, let's change the color of the text to color white for now, and then let's move it in there like that. Let's zoom in. So let's also go and bring in our Facebook Live icon, and then let's resize it. Let's position it nicely, and then let's duplicate it, and then let's drag it like that over here, and then let's click on it, and then let's try and resize it and make it okay, so let's push this side also there. Enter. Now let's select everything, and then let's put it in the group, and let's call it Facebook, Control H, Control 0, Control T, Control H. Let's see, let's drag it into the middle line here. And I feel like the bar should be extended a little bit more. So let's drag it there like that. Yeah, and I feel like this is better. Now let's see, let's drag the Facebook down, and then let's drag the image up. Let's resize the image. I feel like this is great. So far this is better. So we are done with the Facebook Live as well. Now let's bring in the background. Okay, let's make the background more epic. And so let's click there and then create a solid color. Let's just choose white for now, nothing better. And then let's go and bring in another solid color again. But this solid color, let's give it FFG880, enter. And then let's go and create a new layer and then click on your brush. Hold Alt and pick this color. Let's come up a little bit and pick the color there, and then let's increase it and paste it in the middle here, and then let's click on it, and then let's choose the linear dodge, and then let's resize it. Okay, now let's duplicate it again, and that is it, two of them like that. Also we need to go in and bring in the wood. Now there was this wood over there. Let's go and bring it. Let's drag it in there, and then let's drag it up. You also want to make it small, something like that. Drag it somewhere here. Okay, I think this is better. Let's drag it on top of the layer, and then let's go to the blending modes. Okay, so with the wood you want to go, and then let's choose color burn, and then let's reduce the opacity down a bit more. Around 40 is good. I feel like 40 is better. Maybe let's drag it up more. Okay, so I think this is great. Now let's also go and bring in some levels. We want to deepen the colors a bit more, so let's bring in some levels, and let's drag this here. So I think 90 to 97 would be good, and then I'll leave here at 1, and then I'll leave here at 255. Okay, now I also feel like what do you call it, the wooden plank over there is a little bit too sharp. Let's make it blurry. Let's go to filter, let's go to blur, let's go to Gaussian blur, and then let's make it 4.8. Click on OK, so we still know it's in there, and that is it. Let's put it in a group, and then let's call it BG. We also need to add some few motions in there so that it looks a little bit realistic, and with that I'm going to bring in this, drag it all the way into Photoshop, and then I'm going to just rotate it, and then let's see where we are going to put it. I'm going to put it somewhere here. Yeah, somewhere here, and I'll go to filter, I'll go to blur, I'll go to motion blur, and set it to 33 and set it to 141. Okay, so that is it, and then let's see whether we can make it a little realistic. So I'm going to give it hard light, and I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to put it here too, maybe somewhere here. Now with this one, I don't know, let me see, I'm going to give it overlay. I'm going to give this also overlay. Yeah, and I'm going to bring in this one as well, drag it into Photoshop, rotate it a bit, and then let's drag it here, and then let's go to motion blur as well, set it like that. I'm also going to make it hard light. Let's make it vivid light. Let's make this one okay, so with this one, this is the vivid light, right? Now let's close this one, now with these two, let's duplicate it again, re-emphasize the presence there. So I'm going to put it in a group, and I'm going to call it let's call it motion. Awesome. Now we need to also see whether we can add some light or some glows to it. So I'm going to click on my brush, create a new layer, and then pick colors here. Now make sure my caps lock is off. Now on this layer I am going to give it 1 here. I'll also go, and then let's see what I can set it to. I don't know what to set it to right now. I feel like linear dodge would do. Control, let's transform it, then let's push it there, duplicate it again, let's drag it there. Yes, let's make it big like that, duplicate it again, and then let's push it somewhere there, duplicate it again, let's push somewhere on the shoulder there. What do you think? The shoulder here, maybe the back here. Yeah, that is great, and that is it. I'm going to put it in the group, and I'm going to call it glow. So we are done with our glows too. Now let's merge everything together. Control Alt Shift and E. Control Alt Shift and E to merge everything together on one particular layer for us. I'll right click it and I'll convert it to smart object. Now I am going to filter, and then I'm going to camera raw filter, and I'll do some few tweaks over there. And don't worry, okay, it is just Photoshop that is trying to misbehave. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to set it to, that's the temperature, I'm going to set it to 6, and then the tint I'm going to set it to 20, and then I'm going to set the contrast to 30, and I'm going to set the highlights -19, and I'm going to set the white to 34. I'm going to set the black to -22. I'm going to set the texture to 37. I'm going to set the clarity to 27. I'm going to set the dehaze to 8, and that is it. I'll click on OK, so you can see it works. It's just it trying to misbehave there, but it totally works. Alright, and after that I'm still going to bring in some few elements. I'm going to bring in my rectangle 2. I'll hold shift and I'll just create a small rectangle like this, and I'll double click it and I'll choose color black. Now I'm going to create it into 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I used Ctrl J to duplicate it. Click on my move tool and then drag it up. Click here and then click here, and then click on my move tool, and then I'm going to click on this. Yep, put it in the group and call it extra, and then I'll reduce the opacity a bit more. Now Ctrl H, I want to drag it towards this side. I don't know why I'm doing that. Right, I still want to emphasize the fact that it is a straight line there, and I'm going to give it that new layer, and then pick my brush, pick the color here, and then make sure my caps lock is off, reduce the size, and then hit in there. Yeah, I want it to spill over there as well. Okay, now if possible just move it there like that. I don't want it to affect the image. I don't want it to affect the image at all. Okay, and then let's make it screen interesting. Okay, so you want to create a solid color, you want to make it black, and you want to, let's make it not black but just colors here, yeah, and then set this side to color black, and then I want you to go to filter. I want you to go to filter gallery, yeah, convert to smart, and then you want to type over here in this space here. Delete, guys, delete everything over there, delete everything there. Okay, you want to click on this side and look for half tone pattern. Once you find half tone pattern, I want you to set it to 2 at this side, and then I want you to set the contrast to 5, and then click on OK. Alright, now I want you to go and set it to soft light. Let's see. Okay, so soft light, and then give it a mask, and then the mask, make it Ctrl I to make it black. Now zoom in a little bit. You want to increase the size of the brush, set the side to color white. You want some to show on the glow on the text, so click on it. Guys, set it to color white, and then click on it. You want it to show there. You also want it to show towards the side, and then you want a bit to show here. You also want a bit to show here, and even on the top a little. No, not on the dress. You want it to be in the background. Okay, and then there's a little bit there as well. Okay, and then just reduce the opacity to around 50%, and that is it. So guys, this is how you create something like this. Now guys, very important, I have a package I am selling. It's a graphic design course, and also I have a lot of PSD files as well. Link is going to be in the description. Click on it and then see if you can find something you love for your quick project, or if you're interested in learning graphic design, that is also going to help you out. See you in the next one.